Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is episode 333. And if you feel like the pace of innovation in AI and robotics is just accelerating, you are not wrong.
It really is.
Our mission today is to cut through some of that noise and deliver the most crucial, actionable knowledge from the past week's breakthroughs.
It's relentless. I mean, we just saw the big Gemini 3 release, and now Google is already pushing the envelope, integrating that intelligence into their consumer tools.
You're talking about the upgrade to the Nano Banana image generator.
Exactly. And that name, it sounds kind of absurd, but the tech is serious.
For anyone who doesn't know, it's that tool that got famous for generating these incredibly nuanced, often really funny visuals from just simple text prompts.
That's the one. And now, this new version integrates Gemini's reasoning with real-time data from Google Search, so it can understand these more abstract or timely prompts.
So it's moving from just a fun toy to a real workflow tool.
Right, and that really just shows you that platform intelligence integration is the new competitive battlefield.
That sets the stage perfectly for what we're digging into today. We're covering major platform overhauls, specifically Replic's latest updates.
Then two massive strategic global investments from the UAE and Nokia.
A deep dive into practical field-tested robotics, and finally, the trending AI productivity tools you can start using right away.
Let's jump straight in with platform innovation, because the underlying infrastructure developers use is changing almost faster than the models themselves.
We have to start with Replit. The online dev environment just rolled out updates designed to, well, really boost productivity. The star feature, powered by Gemini 3, is design mode.
And this is where we see that shift from text to code to visual to code generation.
What does that actually mean for a user?
It means you can input a simple prompt like a landing page for a sustainable coffee service, and in under 2 minutes, it just spins up a complete functioning website.
Front end and back end.
Everything. A developer can then immediately jump in and start refining it. It's a massive shortcut for prototyping.
That kind of speed is incredible.
Yeah.
It turns prototyping from, a multi-hour task into a lunch break activity.
And that speed is backed up by making fast mode generally available to everyone, which just accelerates the code execution itself.
But the real story here seems to be about enterprise adoption, not just speed.
Exactly. The long-term strategy is all about their strategic integrations. They're trying to make the platform sticky inside large organizations.
So tell us of those. Who did they partner with?
Well, their enhanced connectors for Atlassian, so tools like Jira and Confluence now have automatic site detection. That's an aggressive push into enterprise development.
It streamlines everything for teams that already live in that ecosystem.
Right. They're choosing connectivity over being an isolated tool.
And for any large organization, security is going to be the main concern. What are they doing there?
They've integrated Hound Dog privacy scanning.
Okay.
And this is crucial. It automatically detects potential vulnerabilities or, sensitive data exposure right in the code during development.
Before it ever hits production.
Exactly. That proactive security is mandatory if you want to attract serious corporate clients.
And then you have the smaller things like a better auth UI and importing ZIP archives directly.
Right, the quality of life improvements that smooth out the friction points that drive developers crazy. It's a textbook example of maintaining a competitive edge.
This kind of expansion reflects the huge amount of capital flowing into the sector. Let's move from platform power to geopolitical influence.
We have two really colossal investment stories that show where global infrastructure is headed.
Starting with the United Arab Emirates and their billion-dollar commitment to Africa.
And this is so much more than foreign aid. It's a strategic, long-term economic play. The UAE has announced a $1 billion program to expand AI capabilities across the entire African continent.
$1 billion is a foundational investment. What's the fundamental goal here?
It's all about enabling local growth. The focus is on using AI to drive economic growth, improve living standards, and create new opportunities in sectors like education and healthcare.
So it's about practical social benefit, not just abstract research.
Precisely.
So if we zoom out, what does this mean for Africa's place in the global tech ecosystem?
Well, this is a deliberate effort to bridge that technological gap. By attracting new investment and stimulating local entrepreneurship, the UAE is essentially betting on Africa to become a major technological hub. It's a statement about where the future centers of AI power might lie.
That idea of strategic investment and localizing infrastructure, it brings us perfectly to Nokia's huge play right here in the U.S.
Yes, Nokia has announced a planned $4 billion investment. And it's focused almost entirely on R&D and localized production in the U.S. for AI-driven network connectivity.
$4 billion is a massive commitment. How is that being allocated?
The bulk of it, $3.5 billion, is going straight into R&D. The other $500 million is for manufacturing and capital expenditures.
And where are these centers going to be?
They'll be distributed across key states like Texas, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania.
So why this big push for localization now?
It's twofold. First, it strengthens their position as a trusted provider right here in the crucial U.S. market. Second, and this is maybe more important, it helps mitigate global trade risks.
Securing their spot in Western tech supply chains.
Exactly. It signals that AI isn't just a feature in telecom anymore. It's the essential core infrastructure.
Okay, let's pivot now. From financial capital and digital platforms to the messy, tactile world of practical robotics.
Right.
This is the section where we need to slow the rhythm a bit and really absorb the implications. These breakthroughs are about physical maturity, not just code.
Absolutely. And progress here is all about endurance and utility in unpredictable environments. Let's start right in the kitchen with Sunday Robotics and their new machine, Memo.
Memo is designed to be a useful, wheeled home robot, not just a novelty.
It's aiming squarely for practicality, things like making espresso, clearing tables, doing the dishes.
If that actually works, it's a genuine shift. But how do they solve the navigation problem that usually stumps these home robots?
The training method is the real marvel here. They didn't just rely on simulation. Sunday Robotics used a patented technology they call the skill capture glove.
The skill capture glove, what did it do?
Human operators wore the glove while doing household tasks, and it captured this incredibly granular data motor control, force feedback, sequence timing.
And how much data are we talking about?
They recorded over 10 million real-world household episodes
10 million.
from more than 500 different homes. And that massive, diverse data set allows Memo to navigate unpredictable settings like a spilled drink or a half-open drawer without needing constant remote control.
It learned true adaptability from real human examples.
That's the strategic shift. Learning from massive real-world data, not just perfect lab simulations.
And that real-world exposure is exactly what makes the Figure AI stories so powerful. They just retired their Figure O2 humanoids after an 11-month deployment at BMW's South Carolina plant.
The footage they shared of the retired robots told the whole story. I mean, they were covered in scratches and grime, they were dirty.
It proves they weren't just standing in a clean lab corner. They endured real, punishing factory conditions.
And during those 11 months, those Figure O2 robots helped build over 30,000 X3 vehicles.
That is a hard-earned, verifiable metric of utility in heavy manufacturing. What was the key takeaway for Figure AI?
The most valuable data came from the stress points. Specifically, they saw repeated forearm failures.
Okay.
And that data is now directly informing the design of the Figure O3. The insight is that robustness and resilience under real-world load. That's far more important than achieving some initial complex movement. They learned exactly where the hardware needs to be over-engineered for scale.
And speaking of resilience, we have to talk about China's Agibot A2. It just set a mind-boggling new standard for endurance.
It's an unprecedented achievement. The Agibot A2 walked an astounding 106 kilometers.
That's the distance from Suzhou to Shanghai.
Over 4 consecutive days. It sets a Guinness World Record for humanoid endurance, and it never powered off once.
Walking that distance is one thing, but doing it across all those different environments is the real proof, isn't it?
It is. It had to constantly adjust its gait and navigation across highways, bridges, city streets, dealing with changing light, pedestrians, different terrain. It proves the hardware and AI systems can maintain function far outside any controlled lab.
The challenge isn't just standing up anymore. It's sustained, reliable travel.
The gap between the lab and the factory floor is now being measured in months, not years.
Let's transition now to immediate productivity applications. The tools you can explore today to get an edge in your workflow.
We've got 4 great examples that target some really high-value pain points in business.
First up is Ample Market. This is a crucial tool for anyone in sales.
Ample Market is an AI sales platform. Its strength is in finding high-quality leads and then automating highly personalized outreach. It just drastically cuts the time spent on manual research.
Next up, Odeo. This one is designed to fight information overload.
Odeo's core function is summarization. It can take huge documents or complex web links and just distill the key insights for you. But it also acts as an AI assistant for writing and editing.
A co-pilot for content creators.
Right. Then we have Stack AI, which is all about empowering non-engineers to build their own AI solutions.
So it's a no-code platform.
A very robust one. It lets businesses create their own specialized AI assistants or chatbots for their internal needs without needing a dedicated engineering team. It really democratizes custom AI tools.
And finally, a really practical one for any team that launches websites. BugHerd.
BugHerd just simplifies the chaotic process of collecting website feedback and managing bugs. Clients and developers can track issues directly on the live site, which streamlines the entire QA cycle.
That's a fantastic roster of tools for building, selling, and managing information.
To synthesize everything we've covered, we've seen major platform commitment from Replit to unprecedented financial commitments for global infrastructure from the UAE and Nokia, and practical robotics achievements that prove endurance and utility are reaching maturity.
I think the most compelling takeaway is the sheer scale of the money that is now tied to physical long-term infrastructure.
It's a huge shift.
Just consider how these massive investments, Nokia pouring billions into U.S. R&D, the UAE's initiative for African AI growth, will fundamentally reshape physical infrastructure and market access over just the next 5 years. This isn't just about code anymore. It's about shifting geopolitical power through technology.
The groundwork for the next decade is being laid right now.
We hope this deep dive provided you with the clarity and insight you need to navigate this rapid environment.
We encourage you to follow and share this deep dive with anyone who needs to stay informed.
See you in the next episode.